So we've got the Prince of Peru with us here. It's been a couple of days since that very, very slick submission win over Clay Guida. So I guess, you've had a couple of days to sit back and think about it. I'm sure you may have watched it once or twice. What's the thoughts on your performance?
I did. I didn't watch it as many times as I usually watch my fights, but I think I should, man. Everybody's giving me so much praise for saying the performance was amazing. I finally didn't get critics like as much as I usually get, even if I win fights. Like there's always like people who are like trying to hate. It's part of the sport. It's part of like transcending into like this like new era of like MMA being this like popular sport.
It's funny to me because, as you said, like I thought it was an amazing performance as well. And when we talked to you on Fight Night, I don't know, to you just seemed kind of like, I don't know, it's just a knee bar. I mean, it's just jujitsu. Like you were just so matter of fact. So, I mean, at the moment, did you not feel like, holy cow, I just went in there and I looked amazing against this Hall of Famer?
Yeah, no, I haven't. I haven't really feel like that. It's just what I do all the time. Like it wasn't really a hard fight for me. I gotta be honest. Like I'm not discrediting Clay, but because I really thought I know he has like the tools to make it a hard fight for anyone. I was expecting a hard fight, and I came out like 100%. Like I'm like nothing hurts. So what I mean is, he didn't give me like this hard fight I thought he was gonna give me. So I'm very like I don't know. I don't have like I think about the fight, and I'm like it was like pretty easy.
That's not disrespectful. It was a dominant performance by you, but I think people were very, very impressed. So now I think you're kind of getting this reputation as a bit of a leg lock master, right? I mean, this knee bar, you've got it over and over. Do you consider yourself a leg lock specialist, or do you not want people to think of you that way?
Well, they can think whatever way they want. I know like exactly what I'm at. I'm a good grappler. I'm not a leg lock specialist. I'm a complete grappler. Actually, my best part is my top game. Like I usually go for takedowns and I do top game. But these last couple guys that I fought, they all wanted me on the ground. They all wanted me down. So it's just easier for me that way. Like whenever they shoot at me, that's easy. Like I mean, I wrestle, I grapple, I go for submissions. That's what I do every day. So that's like another day at the gym. Actually, what I work in sparring is usually is like try to pressure forward and take people down and like kind of like do what Khabib does, like ground and pound, like submissions. That's like what I like. That's what I practice. But I haven't been able to show that. I've been showing like kind of like my B game, like more defense, like going for leg locks, like pulling up that kind of stuff. But that's not my A game. Like I can tell you that.
Man, I'm telling you, people better watch that. They better do the scouting report moving forward. Don't take you down anymore. That just seems to be a bad decision.
It is. It is.
All right. Well, you also secured the $50,000 performance of the night bonus. So, not to delve too far into your personal finances, but I'm curious: are you hey, let's go straight to the club and celebrate with all these money we got? Are you hey, let's just put that in the bank and save it for a rainy day? What do you do with 50 G's extra?
I'm gonna keep it the smart way. Like I already got a bonus like a couple years ago, and I did the first option. So now I'm like a little older. I'm smarter, so I'm gonna keep it a little more like on the investing side. Being smart. Like I also live in the States now, so before like a bonus for me in Peru that could last like for like 2 years, a year and a half.
Yeah.
I don't know. Here is different. That money goes like goes it finishes very quick. So yeah, definitely gotta keep it smart, make smart choices. Like don't go out to the club and like go crazy.
Was that a difficult choice for you, Claudio? Because, like you said, I mean, the kind of training you're getting in the United States is obviously incredible, but financially, as you said, living in Peru, you could stretch that money a whole lot further. So, is it a difficult decision to kind of invest in yourself and know that I'm going to spend this money to try to get to a higher level?
It's not really hard because if you think about it, like the only way for me to like produce that money is being here. Like in Peru, I was getting one fight a year, and it was hard for me to get like training partners. I didn't get sparring, so it was actually not beneficial for my job. Like I wasn't like doing the right kind of work. So it's not a hard choice. Like okay, here I'm gonna spend more money, and But I'm gonna fight like 2 or 3 times a year. I'm gonna get activity. I'm gonna get recognition. I can work with the UFC, and a lot more things that I can do here. So for sure, it's not a hard choice. Of course, if I could like get all that and live in Peru and like spend like little money, that would be amazing. But it's not. It's not reality. It's not. It's not the. It's not how it goes like in today's world. So I'm just happy to be here.
It's awesome. You know what is funny, Claudio, is that I feel like this past performance is the one that now everybody is talking about you. Okay, let's watch this kid. But you've been in the UFC for 4 years now from your official debut. As you said, kind of slow along the way at times. So I'm just curious. I mean, overall, how would you say you feel about your progress and where you stand? Like, are you happy with what you've been able to accomplish? Are you frustrated because it's been a difficult journey? Like, how do you feel about where you stand right now?
I don't look past and regret. It's just whatever happened to me. I just gotta work with that. Whatever injury I had, I got over it and I came back. And with that, knowing that, I'm happy. I know a lot of people that I have a lot of people, a lot of friends that have the same happened to them and they quit midway. They just like switch careers. They did different things. I never lost sight of what I wanted. Never like consider changing what I was doing for a living. Never. Even when I had no money, even when nobody believed in me, I never thought about quitting for a second. I made the move, and even if like the previous years I couldn't get the activity I wanted, I came here, and in less than a year, I put on 3 fights. I got a performance of the night. I got 2 finishes. I set up a record with knee bars. So see if I look like what could be next for me, I know it's only big things from here. Like I know I have no limits. I have the right people like next to me. I know exactly what I can do. So the future is bright.
Yeah, it definitely is, man. All right. So let me ask you. You teased a little conversation on Fight Night. You said, I had a conversation and it set me at ease. I talked with some people. I said it must be a new contract. My buddy Kenny Hathaway said maybe a new fight. What can you share? Who was the conversation with, and what can you share about the conversation that made you feel like everything's going to be okay?
Well, I've been talking with my manager. He's a man, Jason House. Uh, I mean, yeah, I'm on the. I got a new contract like no, like not yet, like not right now. I mean, I got a new contract last year for the fight with Jordan Levitt. That was the first fight of my contract of a 4 fight deal. So I just did 3 and 2 finishes, like one against like undefeated prospect. So come on, you know how that sounds.
Yep.
That's a new contract coming. So there's just like a couple more details we need to see before like getting the new one. I'm looking for something big. So but it all depends. We're still like in negotiations. Like I cannot like there's not really much I can say right now. I'm not holding back. It's just there's nothing really established yet. But I just want to tell you it's gonna be big. It's gonna be good, and I've had good things coming my way.
Yeah, I think great things are coming your way, if I'm being honest, not just good things. I wanted to ask you about the state real quick of the sport in Peru, right? I mean, you trace it back to the roots of Tony D'Souza back in the day, and then, Luis Palomino, Enrique Barzola, and now you carrying the flag as the Prince of Peru, of course. What do you think? How's the sport growing there? And, like, how close do you think we are to, now that the world's opening back up, maybe getting a UFC event down in Peru?
Man, that UFC Peru project has been going on for some years. We were very close a couple years back. So when the Ultimate
Remember?
Fighter Latin America, the season I was in, that year, like 2016, 2017, like when all the Latin American events were happening, UFC Uruguay, UFC Argentina, UFC Chile, UFC Mexico for like, I don't know, like 5 times. Man, that was a moment. Like it was going to happen. Peru was next. And then the pandemic hit in 2020 and we already had some infrastructure problems. Like it was kind of hard to get out an arena that fill all the requirements that UFC needs. That was like the main problem. If not, that would have already happened like in 2017, 2018. And now pandemic hit and then the sport in Peru, the competitions in Peru are like almost stopped. We had a good month. Like actually this month, April, what it's been like the best month in like 2 years for Peruvian fighters. We won in Bellator with Gaston Bolanos. We Enrique Rasola won in Bellator too. The day before me. Now I win in the UFC against like a legend. Uh, another Peruvian girl was just announced for the Contender Series. So she's gonna be like the first female in Contender Series in Peru history. So man, we've had a great month. So that's really a comeback. Like people like fans in Peru, they just like had their hopes back. Like they're like seeing us compete and win, and they're like, man, like we are good.
That's awesome, man. Yeah, it's great to see the success. Is that like a dream? I mean, is that something that has to be done at some point in your career? Is fighting in Peru? And I would imagine. I mean, I don't want to predict the future too much, but I mean, they surely want to throw you in a main event down there, right?
Listen. The Prince of Peru is gonna headline that card, 100%. I'm gonna headline that card. Like, I remember like a couple years back, I was dreaming of just being on the card. Like, if they put me on the main card, that would have been amazing. But even prelims, whatever. But now, by the time it happens, I'm gonna be main event. I'm gonna be headlining that.
I love it. That's the spirit. All right, man. Well, listen, I'll let you enjoy your time. We took some of it on Fight Week, and I'm catching up with you now. I guess let me just ask. I know a lot of things are up in the air, but ideally, do you have a date on the calendar, like when you'd like to fight again? We don't know the name, we don't know yet, but is there a time that you think I want to be back in the cage?
I've been thinking like it could be before this, but I don't know exactly. So I would say September. Because of the downtime, I'm gonna go back. I'm gonna go to Peru, so I'm gonna lose all of May. So I would say September to get like a good camp. It could be before, who knows? Depends on what they give me, like I said before. But I would kind of shoot for that.
Respect. Well, enjoy the downtime in Peru. You deserve it. And the Prince of Peru is doing big things. Don't take him down. I'm just telling you, the rest of the UFC, don't take the man down. You're going to get knee barred. I'm just giving you the advice now. Congratulations, man. Hopefully we see you in September or maybe before.
Thank you, John. Before going, I want to give a little shout out to my boy Cote Cruz from Chile. I think you know him. I want to
Yep.
give him a little shout out. Also, well, to all my team. Thank you to all my team, my sponsors. Like I really had a lot of like help for this fight. Like I felt also the support from all the fans, from all the people that's been helping, and it really felt amazing. Feels good when you're like on top, but also like I know who's there when I'm not. So thank you to everyone.
Much respect. All right, go
Thank you.
watch the fight, man. It's damn good. Go watch the fight. Go
But I
watch
want
it
to
and
go
enjoy
watch
it.
it right now. Maybe a time or two.
All right.